Welcome to the Remedy Daily Breathwork session. Please check the notes below in regards to a few important things that you're going to need to know before you start this session. These things will be concerning your setup, some props you might need, and also including some notes about health conditions and what is contraindicated as far as these sessions online with me go. I'm looking forward to taking today's session. It's an active session with you. That means that this practice will give you different kinds of experiences that include sensations within the body. It means that you'll be breathing a lot deeper at times than perhaps you would in your normal day-to-day. And it also means that you have full permission to do less or to even drop out of the breath and come to your natural way of breathing anytime that you need. Look after yourself in today's session. We'll be starting on the floor or on your back somewhere, so make sure that you are comfortably placed. And before we begin, let's slow everything down. Take a moment to reach up through your spine, sitting tall as your heart lifts and your chin slightly drops. And 3 calm breaths. This final breath just really bringing you home, returning you to you. We're ready. Let's begin. Making sure that you're comfortably placed, allowing your body to find a natural resting position on your back, and starting your playlist. For this practice, we'll use Breathwork number 2. Make any adjustments that you might need. The feeling of your body finding a grounding, a place where you can let go of the weight of your bones, and you can soften into the supports that are holding you. Bringing an eye cushion if you'd like, and starting to feel your jaw releasing, your face relaxing, and taking 3 deeper breaths to enter in to the doorway of our practice, this active breathing session today. And as your 3 breaths gently conclude, I invite you to take 3 sigh breaths, closing the mouth, breathing in through your nose if that's possible today. Exhaling with sound, a sigh coming out of your open mouth. 2 more in your own time. Feeling the recalibrating effects of the sigh, the way it feels in your body, your mind, your heart. And when the 3rd breath and the sigh is over, just take a nice big stretch with your arms reaching over your head. As you exhale, let your arms find their way to come back down by your sides. Do this again, the beginnings of power breath. Inhale through the nose, reaching your arms back overhead, and exhale. Arms floating back down to rest by your side. Using the nose if you can to breathe in, continue the in-breath with arms reaching overhead. If you can't breathe through the nose today, just use the mouth. And concluding with the out-breath, arms down by your side, breathing out through the mouth. And now just continue this in a slow pace, a flowing, easeful way. Feeling how your breath is meeting your body today. And allowing that connection to be felt every time you breathe. Body responding. Stretching the arms overhead with your in-breath. Arms drifting back down by your sides on your out-breath. And at this stage of the practice, we're just warming up those smaller muscles that help us breathe better through the chest, through the shoulders, and down into the belly where the diaphragm moves freely in your abdomen. Let's continue now, but just with a little more rhythm, a little more pace, just for you. Nothing straining, of course, never any strain with breath work. Fall into the pattern of power breath. In through the nose, arms reaching back. Out through your mouth. Arms concluding by coming down by your sides. And make the breaths full. Not overexerting, but definitely expanding through your lungs. Filling through your chest as the energy moves in. As we're breathing something out. That's it. Go with it now. Relaxing the jaw, keeping the body heavy. And letting your breath lead the way into your body, into presence today. It's so important to be here fully. Just in any small way you can. Good, stay with it now. Power breath. In through the nose. And if it's too strong with the arms or there's issues with shoulders, you can just imagine the arms moving, keeping the arms comfortably placed. Try pursing your lips as you breathe out. And really exiting the entirety of your out-breath so that you feel the breath is being blown away from you. Like you're blowing through a straw, breathing it out through your mouth, pursing the lips, sending the breath out and away from you. Stay with this 1 more minute here. As we're moving our way through these final 3 breaths, just a gentle scan through with your attention, that you're not holding any residual tension. Wherever you can, soften, soften, soften. And with that final out-breath leaving, connect your hands and arms back down by your sides, or wherever feels comfortable for you. Let's start to use the muscles that sit around the ribs. We're going to take a blow breath in through the nose, sounding like this. And then breathing out through the mouth in short, sharp staccato beats. pulsing the belly to really get that action of single out breaths, leaving for the entirety of the exhale and the air that you have, or the CO2 rather, that you have moving out of the lungs until there is no out breath left. And then you just feel a natural return to your inhale. Blowing the out breath out in those short, sharp rhythms. This is warming up the tissue that sits between the ribs, around the lungs. And pulsing through the diaphragm. So really gaining an awareness of that main muscle for breathing, sitting underneath the base ribs, descending on the in-breath, and then gently returning home to the lower rib area. That diaphragm, as you take the out-breath, will naturally just recoil back to this place. But do pulse the belly gently, a feeling of your navel coming back towards your spine and bringing circulation, lymphatic flow into your abdomen. And no need to hold resistance or tension. Of course, it's natural in this world for us to notice it and to have been holding it, maybe for some time. But it is time now for you. This time is just for you to release what you've been holding. Stay with blow breath. Let it take you. And just a little practice you might like to embrace is when you feel you're coming to the end of those exhales, really use one final exhale in a lengthened way. So it'd sound like this, and it helps you blow those final little parts of your exhale out of the body. That's the sound we make. That final out breath is longer. We stretch it out. One more minute here with blow breath. Noticing the slight, subtle changes. Maybe it's through bodily sensations, the language in which your body speaks to you. And these are natural, normal sensations. Those sensations that are tingly. Just notice if they become too strong or they turn into cramping in the fingers or around the mouth or the feet. And please just come back to natural breathing anytime you need, for as long as you need. We've got 3 blow breaths left, 3 cycles. Take them in your own time. You're doing so well. Stay with this. Good, and with that final blow breath coming towards the end, I'm just going to share where we're headed next. We're going to take a triactive breath, but it is a triactive breath that comes in at a very slow pace. Using the nose, we breathe in, using the belly for the first inhale, using the chest for the second inhale through the nose, And then one breath out through your open mouth. Pursing the lips if you like. Inhale twice. Belly first, chest second. And exhale through your mouth. I said we start slow. Please go slow. Introduce yourself to the tri-active breath. Really slowly, mindfully, patiently. Twice in. The emphasis is on using the belly or the diaphragm. This brings a deeper breath right down through the lungs. Second breath into the chest. Out through the mouth. Exhale. You got it. Let's continue this pattern now. And in fact, if you'd like to bring more of a moderate pace, now's the time. Staying at a slow pace if you're newer to breathwork, or feeling like that's your vibe today. Maybe you just need to really slow life down. Otherwise, moderate pace. It might sound a little like this. Your pace, your rhythm, your body, your breath. Let's open up today. Let's expand to what's possible. Letting go of the mind. Let the pattern take over now. Let your breath have you. Clearing, cleansing, shifting, transitioning, eventually leading to transformation. Yeah, setting the pace for change now, opening yourself up. Change in this moment could be just to be able to take a single breath while remaining present and vitally connected. Breathing that energy in, breathing CO2, those waste products, breathing that out. And this is where that oxygen exchange happens when we breathe in twice to those lower lobes of the lungs. This is where the alveoli live, the cells that take up the oxygen, optimizing that oxygen intake. And the whole process helping oxygenate your blood, moving the CO2 out, moving the toxicity out, breathing energy in. Always at your own pace, always in your own time. You might feel your sinuses clearing, sensations through the finer tissue that sits within the nostril cavity. Just go easy. If you're having a cold at the moment or allergies, mouth breathing can be used at any time. Stay with this last minute now. Try active breath. Can you feel the belly pulse on the first inhale? The chest and lungs fill on that second inhale. Yeah, and then that return to the out breath, the natural cycle. Go with it now. You can trust yourself and trust yourself to breathe and be held and supported. This is your natural birthright. This is what we arrived knowing. This beautiful support from the universe transferred into our lives. You can lean into it. You can lay back into it. You can breathe it through every cell in your body. Trusting, opening, expanding. Let's take our last 3 tri-active breaths. We're coming into our first breath hold. So when the third out breath has concluded, let's take a natural breath in, a natural breath out. And then if you can, breathe through the nose and hold this inhale within your lung cavity. So close your mouth at the top of that inhale. Hold the breath in your chest. And observe, witness, and become aware of the eternal feeling of your relationship with stillness, this time in your body, that heightened sensation of holding on to the breath without, if possible, holding on to tension inside of you. Relax. And when you need to breathe again, if you haven't started already, please come back in the next 10 seconds or so to your natural way of breathing. And don't ever be concerned if you weren't able to hold the breath. This is a practice that comes over time with breathwork, and some days are different to others. Our capacity changes all the time. Go easy, go gentle on yourself. And let's just open to what's here today. Back into your natural way of breathing. And let's really release now again with 3 sighs. A little bit of noise. So we inhale through the nose if possible. You got it. Sounding out through the mouth. Ha. And let that out breath be the perfect opportunity just to pull the plug, like we'd pull the plug out of the drain hole in the bath, and let go of what's been held onto. With that final exhale, maybe one more, just one extra out breath, a sigh with sound. Ah. We release completely. Let's move into a hybrid active breath. An inhale through the nose that has a little bit of strength, moderate to strong. Exhale, soft and long. The out breath is more passive. Inhale has a purpose, a vigor. Exhale. Takes its time. Inhale brings that clarity. Like a fresh breath of morning air taken by the ocean or in the mountains, breathing in the sharpness, the clarity, the beauty, and breathing out with surrender, with softness. Keep going. Hybrid active breathing. And once we take the pattern on and we practice it a few times around, you can really let go of your head, your mind. Let the mind drop away. Just let the breath pattern come in and offer you a regularity, a commitment, a consistency that takes the wheel without the mind needing to think about it. Come into the pause within the mind and come into the aliveness and the vitality of that in-breath with medium to strong velocity, a vigorous breath in through the nose on the inhale. Soft, long, surrendered exhale. And I mentioned before sensations within the body. And I mentioned those tingling sensations. If they feel pleasant, stay with them. Continue that pace of breath that you're on, knowing that you can dial things down and do less. If the tingling turns into cramping, this is known as tetany. And although not inherently dangerous, it is perhaps uncomfortable. Don't be alarmed. This is a natural occurrence that happens when we start to breathe out a lot of CO2. And this is because the body starts to draw some calcium. There's a calcium uptake from the cells, which leads to that full-on tingling or sometimes cramping. Just do less if it's a bother for you. Otherwise, enjoy what I would call heightened sensations through the body. Remember, no strain with the breath work. That's it. You are supported. Reminding your bones to feel and find their true weight as you let go. Body heavy. You are grounded. You are cradled. As you open, perhaps you feel that that's long overdue, that opening, that expansion, just to your level, of course, every single time. Always, in all ways, this practice is for you, just for you. A little longer, not triactive, hybrid active breath. And in this last minute, I encourage you to let that out-breath be even longer. The inhale really brings you to clarity and to being in the moment, being present. But the exhale, just let it be longer, more surrendered. and 3 more breaths left. The third and final hybrid active breath left. And as you let it go completely, feel free just to drop back into either a natural breath or what we'd call a conscious continual breath. And this is just a few rounds of you breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth with awareness. Fine-tuning your awareness just to your frequency today. Where have you been overriding or maybe even pushing in the breath work? Just because you're familiar with that energy. Let's unpick that program. Let's unpick that code. Breathe as authentically, as genuinely as you can here. The pace is just for you. The depth is just for you. The feeling that you feel is the connection that connects you more deeply to you. And when you're ready, let's start a halo active breath style. Like the hybrid active, there is a medium to strong inhale through the nose, and then also on the exhale, medium to strong. So this inhale and the exhale matches each other with the strength, the pace, the timing, and the velocity. Sounds like this. You got this. Fall into this pattern now. Halo active breath style. Relax the jaw. Even though it's a stronger breath, relax the throat so that your neck can soften. You can swallow. This will help relax and come back to the halo active breathing. Feel free to move your body. Feel free to express with sound on your out-breath. Feel free to bring your personal content, your personal inner world to expression. This is so healthy for us. Imagine you went a lifetime without expressing through sound or through voice or through movement. Maybe you have. So please, don't hold back here. Even on your back, you can just bend up your elbows as the upper arms rest on the ground and just shake the wrists. You can bend up your knees to the chest, laying on your back. And you can just gently kick your feet, not even the lower legs, but just the feet slightly, letting them go loose at the ankles, letting them move. You can bring the knees to chest. You can rock on your lower back from side to side. Whatever you can imagine is possible here. You can even come onto all fours. Just stay in the proximity of your zone that is comfortable and safe. And stay with, if you can, halo active breathing. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Blow that breath away from you. And the reminder is placed here in good timing that you can change the breath pattern. You can change the timing to go slower. You can come back to your natural way of breathing anytime you need. Let's take one more minute here. Taking your final last 3 rounds of halo active breath. As we come towards our second top hold, when that third breath has ended, I invite you to take a natural breath in, a natural breath out, then taking a natural breath through the nose. Hold the breath in your chest, retain it in the lungs, close the mouth, relax the jaw. Relax your whole body. Feel the sensation of being cradled, held, and supported as you float here for as long as feels right for you to hold the breath in the chest. And if you haven't already, when you feel it's time, come back to your natural breath. And notice the deeper intrinsic connection that you have, that infinite connection inside of you, but rippling out, the ripple effects of your inner connection being so potent are inclusive of the world around you, the stars above you, the deep bedrock of the earth beneath you. And as you return to your natural way of breathing, just allow a few moments of this. You might still notice some heightened sensations in your body. They can often feel quite pleasant, but if this feels unpleasant for you, just move your body around a little, shake, stretch, open the eyes, always seeking balance through our practice. All right, let's move in to the hiss breath. We inhale through the nose, and then we hiss as we clench our teeth, making that sound like a balloon that is deflating or a bike tire deflating. And you'll hear the CO2, the exhale moving out through the little gaps between your teeth until there's no breath left. And it's like on that out breath, we kind of gently compress the breath and it comes out slower, so it's taking longer. And this is allowing more CO2 to leave the body, which could start that ripple effect of the calcium being drawn from the cells, any cramping or any overt tingling that doesn't feel good for you. Please just shorten the out breath or come back to natural breathing. Otherwise, stay with the hiss sound, the hiss breath. Calming for your nervous system, invoking a response from the parasympathetic nervous system, rest, helping you rest and digest, helping you regulate when things have been stressful or a lot. And keep using that hissing sound. You've got it in through the nose. Stay with it. Your self-awareness building, blossoming, opening you up. It's not unusual to receive realizations through breathwork. If you're quite a visual person, you might also notice colors, patterns, imprints, visual content. Stay with breathing. Come back to the breathing. Hiss breath, hearing the sound. Feeling that as you breathe out. And take your last minute with the hissing sound. And you have 3 breaths left, 3 complete cycles in your own time. We're coming into box breathing now. Relaxing away from the hissing breath, letting it go completely. Maybe a natural breath or 2, just as a reset. And then we start either 3 or 4 seconds, depending on your capacity. We breathe in through the nose. We hold the breath in the chest for either 3 or 4 seconds. We breathe out through our mouth for that same duration. And then we hold the breath out the same amount of time, keeping it consistent. Let's continue box breathing. Calm. changing the patterns within the brain, helping calm, peace, bring ease to our experience. Stay with it now. Box breath. And just stay present to what is arising for you in the gentleness or the complexity, in the ease or in the deep depths of what you feel. Stay present, stay with yourself. And this practice teaches us to come home to ourselves. We learn through the language of the sensation of our bodies and the power of our breath and body, mind, heart connection. That we can dwell here, we can be with ourselves here, even just for one breath at a time. And some days you'll be really with yourself. Some days you might be away somewhere else, managing something or someone. That's why this breath practice is so important to do regularly. To come home here, your body, your mind, your heart. Find yourself here. Begin again. Belong again here. Inside of yourself. And we take the last 3 box breaths. Yeah, when that 3rd breath comes to an end, gently drop back into a continual, conscious breath, softly allowing the energy to move in through the nose, to move out through the mouth. And we are coming into some rest and relaxation now. If it's the right time for you to do this, I encourage it fully. At the very least for about 3 to 5 minutes. If you can spend more time, I totally encourage this. Coming into your natural breath now. Making any movements or adjustments needed for your body. Into your natural breath. Deeply connected inside. We're going to let go of everything and respond by relaxing deeply. Heavy the weight of your bones. Exhale any residual tension. or effort. These are natural occurrences. We let them go time and time again. And deep thanks from me to you for practicing breathwork today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.